cat hair all over me. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, do yourself a favor and click the link below. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about myself. I had some requests on Instagram for ideas for YouTube videos, and one of them was 20 things about me. Now I have my laptop right here because I had to list 20 things because I can't think of 20 random facts off the top of my head. I don't really think anybody can, but I'm going to go ahead and read those off and tell you guys a little bit about myself, and I hope you enjoy this video. Number 1, I love tacos. Now I know everyone's always like tacos this, pizza that. Those are like the two that everyone goes for. I love tacos. That is my go-to food. I probably eat tacos 3, 4, 5 times a week. I'm not even ashamed of it. I eat a lot of Chipotle. I love tacos. That's all I have to say about that. Number 2, I'm really sarcastic. If you follow me on Twitter at Brittany Oldehoff, no plug there, you'll be able to tell that I am super sarcastic. If you watched Amazing Race, you'll be able to tell that I am super sarcastic. I can't really help it. It's just kind of who I am as a person. Some people like it, some people don't like it. What are you gonna do? Number 3, I'm very outspoken. I'm not afraid to say how I'm feeling, and if there's something that someone's scared to say, there's a good chance I'll probably say it for them. I'm not shy in that aspect, so yeah, I'm very outspoken. Number 4, I'm really tall. I'm 5'11". I am a giant. It's really tall for a girl, I get it, but yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm tall. Number 5, I have a cat named Duncan, like the donuts. Yes, spelled exactly like the donuts. He is Satan's child, but I love him. Look at you trying to look in the camera. Cutest cat ever. Number 6, I recently got my real estate license, and I am working with Related ISG in South Florida. If you're interested in buying or renting, feel free to shoot me an email. Number 7, I've been on 3 television shows that I was actually cast in. I think I was on a few other TV shows as like in the background or just kind of whatever part of it, but the 3 TV shows that I was on was Amazing Race, Project Runway, and then Project Runway, when I filmed it, had a sister show at the time called Models of the Runway. So those are the 3 shows I did. The 2 shows, Project Runway and Models of the Runway, filmed at the exact same time back in 2010, and I think it aired in 2011. Pretty sure that's right. I could be wrong. Amazing Race filmed in 2015 and aired in 2016. We were season 28 and we represented social media. Number 8. All of you guys are constantly asking about my relationship status, and I'm not going to answer that, but I can tell you one random fact about me is that I had a boyfriend for 11 years, and yes, we are still good friends. Number 9. I was Miss Florida USA 2014. I competed at Miss USA 2014 and I placed 4th runner-up. 10. If I could live anywhere in the entire world, I would live in Austin, Texas. Don't ask me why. I've been there twice for work back when I modeled and I fell in love with it. There's nothing for me to do out there though, so technically I would never move there. I don't know, but I have no family or really friends there, so there's no reason for me to go there. I just love it. 11. Number 11. I dye my hair about every 6 months. Now when I say that, I mean I go back and forth between blonde and brunette, darker than this. I'm like a natural dark blonde, so you can see my roots. They look dark. I'm not a brunette. Probably every 6 months, I decide that I don't like it anymore and I want something new. You know, I shout out Steve and Julian for doing my hair all the time because he puts up with me, but you can ask him yourself. I go in there with one idea and then literally the next day, I'm like, no, I don't want that anymore. Can we change my hair? He deals with me. I love him for it. I'm indecisive. I just realized that I'm not going to be able to do any numbers on my fingers past 11, so I'm just going to start calling them out. I can't figure out which way the 12 is going to roll on camera. So, number 12, I love Disney. Anyone that follows me on social media can clearly see that I'm a Disney fan. I have a numerous collection of ears and I try to go to Disney every year. If you haven't been to Disney, I recommend it. I've been to Disneyland and Disney World at all of the parks except for I've never been to California Adventureland and Disney, because every time I go to Disneyland, I go only to Disneyland and not California Adventure Park. So I'm gonna need to do that. If anyone's been there, please feel free to tell me how it is. Number 13, I do work out. I lift weights and I do a little bit of cardio. I prefer weights over cardio. That's just me. It works for me. It works for my body type. Number 14. I am a New England Patriots football fan. It's realistically the only sport that I care about. I don't really care for baseball. I don't really care for basketball. I'm sorry if you're a fan. They're just not for me. I like football. I enjoy watching it. Now, why I am a New England Patriots fan. My boyfriend that I mentioned earlier of 11 years, again, we're no longer together, but dated for 11 years, he introduced me to the sport and he was a fan. So I kind of geared on to that team. I learned the sport through that team. I learned the players, I learned the stats, I learned everything. And now, to be honest with you, even though we're broken up and we're still friends, I feel like if I left the Patriots and became whatever, a Dolphins fan, because that's where I live, I feel like that's bandwagoning and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to stay with my original team that I learned the sport from. Number 15. I love country music. I enjoy line dancing. I really like to go out to the concerts. I think that the crowd's a great crowd. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone just wants to have fun. And I know most people don't like country music because for whatever, it has a twang or whatever their little specific instances, but if I can recommend anything to you, it's start with Sam Hunt, because he's like the Drake of country music. And once you start with Sam Hunt, you're gonna learn to like everything else. I've done it to so many people. Just give it a shot. Number 16. Speaking of singing and dancing, I can do both. I've been singing my entire life. I don't know why I never did it professionally. I guess just never really like thought about it. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a singer, but as I got older, I got over it. And then dancing, I've danced hip hop, ballet, tap, jazz my entire life. I am trained. However, I did teach myself hip hop on my own, and I'm actually really good. Humble brag. Number 17. So what I wanted to be before I started modeling, I wanted to work for the Secret Service. I know you're gonna think that sounds crazy, but that was my passion, that was my goal. I wanted to work for the federal government and I wanted to be an 1811 agent. That was my plan. Then modeling happened and here we are. Number 18. I do not care for designer clothing whatsoever. Yes, I've modeled it. Yes, I've worn it. I own 2 items. I own a Gucci belt, that was a gift, and I own 1 pair of Christian Louboutins, that was a gift. I don't buy designer things. I think it's a waste of money. I would prefer to save my money. I'm very smart in that aspect. I'm not downplaying or judging anyone that chooses to buy. People who like nice things, that's fine. It's just not for me. I would rather invest my money elsewhere. Number 19. I love those awful suspense movies on Netflix. The ones that have like 1 or 2 stars. I love them. I don't know why I think they're the greatest movies ever. For example, I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but there was a movie called The Den. I think it had 1 star. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. And finally, number 20. If I could visit anywhere, I would probably go back to Switzerland. I went there on Amazing Race and I absolutely loved it. It was gorgeous and we only spent like a day and a half there, so I didn't even get to see or do anything since half of the time I was locked in a hotel room since we got eliminated, but whatever. Or if I couldn't do that, I would like to visit for the first time Alaska or Australia. I've never been to either, and those are definitely somewhere I want to put on my bucket list. All right, so that's my list of 20 things about me. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe below if you're not already, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.